Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my 30 Days of Gratitude series. Today, I wanted to talk about imposter syndrome, and where it falls in under gratitude is that I'm grateful for imposter syndrome causing me to stop and to determine whether I was in the right room, if that was where I really wanted to be, and to adjust accordingly. And so I'm going to try to keep it short today. I'm really froggy today. My voice, it's kind of squeaky and kind of having a hard time talking. It just keeps cutting in and out. And I'm being bad today. I'm drinking a raspberry limeade. A diet one, but that's just, the bubbles soothe my throat. Anyway, so today's a good day to pull out a sheet of paper or your notebook, your journal, and we're going to go over a quick technique, it's quick as far as instructions. It may take you a little more time depending on how deep you dive. So with that, step one is let's define what imposter syndrome is. And what imposter syndrome is, it's that feeling that you don't belong there. Like a lot of times when I was in meetings or stuff, I would feel like I don't belong in this room. What if these people find out that I'm a poor kid from Colorado, or I'm a little poor Mexican girl? And just different things like that, which now in some ways those were excuses for me to not want to be there. And then on the flip side, it was part of myself holding me back from getting hurt, that was trying to protect me from putting myself out there and being shot down. So, that's what imposter syndrome is. It's that feeling that you don't belong or you're in the wrong place. And I forget the interview that I saw this in, but the person was talking about how they used to feel like they didn't belong. And then they had to kind of lean back on their faith. And they're like, if I believe in God and I believe God is guiding my steps, then if God put me in this room, that I'm here for a reason. And it's up to me to kind of figure out what that reason is, or to, contribute in a meaningful way. So after hearing that kind of shifted my perspective a little bit. But here's step two. So kind of define what it is and what it means for you, because it may be like a lot of times I'll feel awkward places, and I have to kind of in our next step, we're going to unpack what that feeling is and, what you're saying to yourself. But really it's that overall message to myself is I don't belong here, or I'm not good enough to be here. And so now in step two, we're going to kind of dig a little bit deeper. We're going to unpack what are the specifics, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like in meetings I would go to, I would feel like I didn't belong here, like I was dumb or not smart enough, or I didn't know enough, or I didn't have anything to contribute. And one of the worst bits of advice I was ever given in my career was I was told to speak up more in meetings. That is terrible advice. If you don't have something meaningful to add, or you're not going to ask a valuable question, don't speak up in a meeting. It's just a bad idea, because there's that saying that something along the lines of being afraid to sound like a fool and then opening your mouth and proving you are one. I know there's a much better quote about it, but that's the gist of it. So that was like my worst advice ever given. But when I dig deeper to, like, if I'm feeling awkward, like another scenario would be, I'm a lot older than other parents in Joey and Evie's classes. So when we go to activities and stuff at their preschool, a lot of times I feel awkward. And what I had to unpack is, first and foremost, most of those people probably don't care anything about me. That they're just there too, trying to do the right thing, trying to do the same thing I'm there to do. So they're probably not judging me. I'm judging me. They're not judging me. They're worried about their kid and their things and the things that I should be worried about. So when I look at it from that perspective, I relax a little in knowing that I'm in the right place because I'm supporting Joey and Evie. And hold on a sec. So sorry, I'm just so over this cough. But I really did want to come and provide this for you today so as to keep my word and do the 30 days of gratitude. So, but when I refocus on what my intent is for being there, and my intent is to show up at the school to support my children. And if I make friends with other parents or get to know them, that's a bonus and that's great. But they're not judging me. Stop judging them and be there for your children and try to have fun. So back to the meeting perspective. There were things I could do to address the why I didn't belong. Like if I didn't feel smart enough, why didn't I feel smart? What did I not know? What did I feel like I should know to belong there? Or did I need to go do more research or talk to somebody else to build the information I needed to belong in that room? But so now I want to jump to step 3, which is we're going to work on building confidence. And the best way to build confidence is to find proof. And also by keeping your word, which is me, way back in my career, I was told that I would never be a leader or different things because I was too quiet, too mild-mannered, too shy. And that wasn't true. Because I was those things, people felt more comfortable to me. And even now, where I'm at, I've become a subject matter expert on a couple of things, and people feel very comfortable coming to ask me questions, and I feel bad whenever I don't know the answer or I don't know who to point them to, but I always try to stop, listen, and be helpful, and it always makes me happy feeling like when I can help somebody, providing them all the details they need to, go and do whatever they need to do. So I am working on shedding that bad advice that, I'm not good enough or not charismatic enough or flashy enough or loud enough or whatever. Whatever they think is good enough to be the things that I want to be. And that's part of why I think the coaching calling has been calling for so long, is that I'm not the only person like this, and that I do have a lot to offer, in that I'm kind, I'm compassionate, and the intent is there to help. And I am doing my best to shed my insufferable know-it-all personality and, listen, take in, and then find out what I can do to help whoever's coming to me for help. So back to building confidence. So one way to build confidence is to, ask those questions. Why do I feel like I don't belong here? And then address them one by one. So if you don't feel smart enough, so let's say I'm talking about myself, I went to college, graduated with a 3 point something GPA. I am very smart. I'm very analytical. I'm good at breaking things down into smaller chunks. So plenty smart to belong there. These people, some may be better at it in different ways, be better at different things, but you know, that's kind of the thing that makes you go into IT, is that analytical brain. And then the next part would be, is to start finding things that I'm good at and just kind of listing those out. And it's not to massage my ego, it's just to objectively look at what I bring to the table. Like from a technology perspective, I have an excellent background. I used to be a software engineer for .NET web applications. I know Microsoft SQL. I know quite a bit about a variety of different databases, backend services like REST APIs, SOAP, XML, JSON. So I have a lot of the technical knowledge. The thing that usually throws me off is how are they applying it here at this company? And I've always been curious, always like to ask questions. So I just try to be careful about my questions. Like, you know, I try not to ask stupid questions, and I also try to explain it back to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. And usually that works really well, because then people will, you start having that back and forth dialogue, and they fill in the blanks wherever you have gaps. I'm so sorry. Okay, so, and then the kind of second part of building that confidence is looking for proof, is finding proof, like you have a degree, you did this training, you've built this thing, you've designed this thing, or just look for things, accomplishments of things you've actually done to help build that proof in your own mind to help you belong there. But ultimately, it's also, and kind of step 4 is, how do you belong there? Do you want to be there? Is this the room you want to be in? Is this the company you want to be at? And once you've decided yes, then no, you belong there. If the answer is no, then that should lead you down to another path of deciding where you want to be. And so with that, I'm going to close the video. Thank you so much for listening this long. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. And also, please like and subscribe. And I will catch you guys tomorrow.